Hey, I'm back with another video. Today I want to share my concern, my genuine concern, which is ready to be challenged. And I also like to put a disclaimer that my views doesn't in any way have a substance or are not a definite opinion. I'm open for any challenge that can come across. I'm also open for suggestions, and I am not in any way affiliated with any department of the government whatsoever. I'm just an individual, right? So here's my thinking. So if you can check, when you finish your high school and then you go to university, let's say you're in the space of science, right? And by the virtue of science itself, it's the application of what you know, right? You have to test the theory, go to the labs, and perform experiments, find results, discuss your results, draw conclusions, and whatever, compare your results with, pre-existing information. But it turns out if you go to university, right, and you've got so much shallow information or shallow experience regarding, the application part of science, it becomes challenging, right? Because you're not privy to these physical experiments that you have to do in varsity. So there's a challenge in high school, right? We're not the government or the Department of Health or the science and technology bodies are not investing their technological aspect of science from the early age in high school. And you've got learners who are coming to university and they're seeing stuff for the first time, and to them it's all already late for their mind to grab the concept, to find interest and value in experiments. So I think our government is really slipping on our expertise as you know undergraduates. They are really compromising our understanding towards finding feasible solutions along the way. And in South Africa, it's way disappointing because we always have these continuous outbreaks. So how can you expect to have an outbreak and miraculously have people who are competent when they don't have the necessary skills from an early age, right? This is going to affect us in the next coming years, right? You're not going to afford to have a graduate who is now going to say, I'm only comfortable to be in the lab um, when I'm doing my master's, when I'm doing my honors degree. It has to be a custom, right? It has to be ushered from an early age, and people have to grow from that understanding that I am a science student. I spend most of my time in the lab, not going to university and finding that that's the only place where you get to spend most of your time in the lab. It doesn't add up, right? And also, it also comes back to the issue of how we then address these outbreaks on a national level, right? They will come. They will come and tell you, oh yeah, there's a queue. We got a queue. Our list of analysis, no, it's no longer there. But they don't tell you the mechanisms, right? So that even on a lower scale, you can match your mechanisms with the upper scale. You only going to assume that okay, the only mechanism that maybe they used is this one. Is it going to be a wrong thing for the national level guys who are running the biotechnology bodies to come and give us a preview of what unfolded rather to coming to this concrete solution, because it affects everyone, right? If there is an outbreak, it doesn't choose, it affects everyone. So if also there is a solution, please don't choose to let a pattern of letting people how they should know the solution. Just disclose the solution purely, and don't try to divide it, and only give people what is interesting. We really want to know what really transpired in coming up with that solution. Even today, I don't know how they solved issue of listeriolysis. I just know the guy is gone, honestly. So it's a very big issue. We really wish that we can be made previewed to stuff that are done behind doors in the labs, whatever, because we care, right? And listeriolysis doesn't care. about our lives. We care about our lives and we want to know the mechanisms. Don't hide stuff. We shouldn't hide stuff from each other as a country. And lastly, but not the least, we want at least our learners in high school give them the necessary skills, right? Let them spend time in the lab from a low level. When they come to university, it becomes an easy thing. You see,